All right, welcome to Original Bacon. This is my third or seventh episode of Gotham review. This episode looked really, really good. I just watched it on Hulu, so if you haven't watched it yet, spoiler alert, I'm going to be going over the main idea of the episode, or most of the stuff that I noticed. So please, if you haven't watched it, it's up on Hulu, and it's a really good show, series. Check it out. Unfortunately, on Hulu, they only have episode 2 or possibly 3 through 7 now. I think they only keep 5 episodes up at a time. So you might be able to look up back episodes on Fox also. I haven't checked that out. All right, so I'm going to be spoiling it in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, this episode of Gotham is called The Penguin's Umbrella, or just Penguin's Umbrella. There's another I in there. But upon Oswald Cobblepot, at the very end of the last episode, Oswald Cobblepot arrives at Gotham City Police Department because Gordon had just gotten arrested for the murder of Oswald Cobblepot. He was being dragged in by Montoya and her partner into GCPD, and Oswald Cobblepot shows up and is like, yeah, I'm Oswald Cobblepot, does a little bow. And so now everybody knows that Gordon didn't kill anybody and that basically he's not a dirty cop. Harvey Bullock attacks Gordon in the locker room. He tries to attack him at first, and then he's about to go under arrest with Gordon until they find out that Oswald Cobblepot is not dead. And so Bullock attacks James in the locker room where they have a fight. Harvey tries to shoot Gordon until he is distracted and disarmed by Gordon, and Gordon tells him, I want you to help me bring down the corruption in this. And Bullock just walks off. He's like, I hope you never see me again, because I guess he's going to try and kill him. Meanwhile, the Butch, which works for Fish, has visited Jim Gordon's apartment where they talk to Barbara, and he's being really creepy and sniffing her hair. And when Gordon arrives, whom he orders to have his men drop his guns, or he's going to shoot him, Gordon then attacks Butch and shoots his buddy in the leg, and then kicks the gun out of the guy's hand, and then he shoots Butch. And he rescues Barbara and he tells Barbara to get out of town as he drops her off at the bus station. Fish Mooney talks with Carmen Falcone about Oswald Cobblepot being alive and plans to send Victor's and Falcone. She wants to send her own men to go get Oswald or not Oswald Cobblepot, but to go get Gordon, because Gordon is at the police station pretending like nothing really happened. Everybody's telling him to leave because good men don't belong in Gotham. And Falcone ends up sending Victor Zsasz to go after Gordon. Sarah Essen finds Gordon working on arrest warrants for Carmen Falcone, Mayor Avery James, and any associates involved in the Wayne conspiracy. Sarah is the commissioner at this point in the series. Doesn't want to help Gordon and warns him to get out of town. She's extremely she respects Gordon and wants him to get out of town. She doesn't want to see him get hurt. But just as she's warning him, Victor Zsasz and some hit women enter the GCPD, where he announces that he wants to bring James Gordon to Carmen Falcone alive. Gordon comes out, faces Zsasz, and says, what are you going to do? There's like 50 cops here. And Zsasz tells the cops to get out of the station. They all leave, including Sarah, the commissioner, although Gordon tells her to leave because she has kids. And Following that, there's a shootout between Gordon and the two women and Zaz, and Gordon Gordon ends up going down the stairs, but Gordon ends up he's going down the stairs, but he got shot. But then he ends up getting rescued by Renee Montoya and Crispin Allen, the two cops that were bringing Gordon in to be arrested. They have Gordon's wounds treated at the university, in one of the animal treatment areas. As Sal Maroney doesn't want to give Oswald Cobblepot to Fish Mooney, Fish Mooney convinces Falcone that they need to get the Penguin from Maroney, and so she goes to go confront Maroney and ask for him back. So then we have that. What's it called? Fish Mooney and the mob war between Sal Maroney and Carmen Falcone escalates because Maroney says that he isn't going to give Cobblepot back, and that he's way too valuable, and Fish ends up kind of beating up the Penguin right in front of Maroney, and Maroney wants to get him back or Falcone for sending her there. With help from Alfred. Meanwhile, Gordon and Crispin Allen and Renee Montoya go and they hide in the woods over on the Wayne Manor property, and James Gordon goes there to get help from Alfred Pennyworth. And so, doesn't want to give us a call, but with help from Alfred Pennyworth, Gordon, Montoya, and Allen take refuge at Wayne Manor, as Gordon claims that the people who wanted him dead are associated with the Wayne murder. Cobblepot, Frankie Carbone, and some of Maroney's mobsters raid the Russian, one of Fish Mooney's boyfriend, and they kill Frankie, and then a drunken Harvey reevaluates his choices and plans to help Gordon. And meanwhile, Cobblepot ends up turning on he ends up paying one of Maroney's men to kill Frankie, which is one of the top members of Maroney. He's like Maroney's second man. He pays Frankie's muscle to hold him while he kills Frankie. And upon having the mayor, basically Bullock shows up all drunk at Barbara's apartment and is drunk and is convinced that Gordon is a good man and that he's going to follow him. They're going to die no matter what, so he might as well die as a hero. And he has, I believe he has a prostitute with him. But then they find out that Gordon's plan is that he's going to arrest the mayor, Falcone, and Maroney and tie them in with conspiracy for the murder of the Waynes, and he's going to try them for basically having someone else take the fall for the Wayne murders at the very beginning of the season. And upon having the mayor, Aubrey James in his custody, James Gordon visits Carmen Falcone in order to bring him in, with Harvey taking control of his men. Falcone mentions that Victor Zsasz has Barbara pleaded for mercy, and that Barbara came to Falcone and pleaded for James Gordon to be not hurt, but then she ends up getting captured, and Victor Zsasz is keeping an eye on her. Upon proving it was Zaz bringing her in, Falcone allows James Gordon, Harvey, Bullock, and Barbara Keene to leave in exchange that he understands that he will see that Gordon will see that in the future that Falcone was right and that the world needs all these types of people in order to survive. And that soon he'll see that Falcone is right. When he goes to see his chickens the next day, Oswald Falcone, after goes to see his chickens the next day, Oswald Cobblepot shows up, and a flashback reveals that the night he met James Gordon, he had Oswald Cobblepot in his possession, where he pleaded to have Oswald Cobblepot pleaded to have James Gordon assigned to kill him, and that if he lived, Oswald would be in his informant as he tried to work into the Maroney family upon his return, which Carmine Falcone accepted upon learning that Fish Mooney and Nikolai were had a relationship, and they were conspired to overthrow him. After the flashback, Falcone states to Oswald that everything is going according to plan, like clockwork, and that Oswald Cobblepot is. So now we know that Frankie was correct, that Oswald Cobblepot is playing Maroney, and that he is backstabbing Fish Mooney, and he's playing both sides, and that he's working for Falcone. And I don't know what's going to happen in the next episode, but it looks like Bruce is going to start learning how to fight from Alfred. So we'll see what happens. Thank you for watching Original Bacon, and have a great day.